I apologize for the slightly weird tilt of my head as I'm talking tonight. I have a crick in my neck, and yeah, it's making head movements not fun. But I shall persevere. I will just be focusing on, have the camera focus on the paper soon, so you won't have to see my odd head tilt. Hopefully tomorrow or Sunday, I will have it back to normal. And but before I get started, I'm going to talk about tonight's first drawing. It's of Curt Schilling, and he's on Joe Posnanski's list of top 100 greatest baseball players of all time. And of course, he's a controversial figure, to say the least. That's why, partly also why I'm not going live. I really didn't feel like doing a live thing tonight with that, since he's a very polarizing figure, to say the least. And some thoughts about him, though. I mean, because I greatly disagree with his viewpoints now. I don't know how he has gone from being somewhat of a gamer geek, who, you know, always just talked about playing EverQuest and stuff like that back in the earlier decades, to going from after retiring, starting his own game company, but then swiftly and very quickly having a disastrous turn of affairs with that, and also pretty much taking Rhode Island to the poorhouse for a while for the money that they gave him, and how he poorly ran this gaming company. But I also met Schilling one time when I was at the New York Comic-Con. His gaming company, then Studio 38, had a booth there, and I had done a drawing of him. And this was, again, well before he started with this whole right-wing ideology that it runs counter to what my image of what he was before. And I had a drawing. Stupidly, I forgot a pen, but he very graciously told me he wasn't gonna like just wait around, but he let me run and find a pen quickly, and he signed the drawing, told me he was gracious about that. But then again, I'm not exactly looking like someone he now loathes and talks disparagingly about. So I am going to be doing a drawing of Schilling, but I am going to also be doing it in a time lapse. So I mean, I don't really, it'll be quick, and the sooner I get this one behind me, the better it'll be. I mean, there are going to be other people on the list that I don't like. You know, like Ty Cobb, terrible racist, and others. But I'm just following the list, and Posnanski put him on for a reason. I mean, and chances are good that Schilling is going to make the Hall of Fame in the next year or two, just based on the trajectory of his vote totals. So if not this January, then probably the year after. But we'll see. You know, yes, he's human. He makes mistakes, but you don't have to like him. So I am going to start drawing, and I'll see you after the time lapse. Thanks. And here we have the finished drawing of Schilling. Again, a very complicated man. I don't know how he goes by many measures he's considered generous. I mean, this is a man who contributes a lot of time and money to try to help the ALS Society. Because he's been a big fan of Lou Gehrig for a long time, and he wants to help find an end to this disease. But I don't understand how that man can also be the same man who embraces like such right-wing ideology, like people like Rush Limbaugh, Glenn Beck. I mean, it's even Alex Jones. I mean, he would probably be very comfortable, and he embraced Trump. This is the same man. Trump is the same person who, after Schilling penned such a heartfelt message about New York after the September 11th attack, that, he realized that New York was the epicenter of America and that the terrorists had attacked the wrong city. To embrace a man, for Schilling to embrace this Trump who first bragged that on the same day that the Twin Towers fell, that this meant that he now had the tallest building in New York, and he lied about going to the help with the recovery, and he lied about donating money. And it's just how he could support this same person, Schilling could support Trump, and it's a mystery, and I just find it better that we close the book on this drawing as soon as possible and move on to the next one. But no, I didn't want to skip this on the list for Posnanski. I mean, even Posnanski wrote about what a complex man Schilling was and is, even when he was a player, and continues to be. So this is the drawing of Curt Schilling, and I'll do another one soon. I'm going to do Charlie Gehringer next. Okay, thank you.